Hello everyone, welcome back. And I actually cleaned my carport. It won't stay clean for long though, I promise you. Not because I want to promise you something like that, but I know how it goes. It doesn't take long to get dirty very quickly. Anyway, I've been wanting to make an integrated Ferro Rod Handle striker set for a long time. But I didn't have any strikers. But Shlisa Shell sent me, and so she's made it possible. And I didn't have some fire steels in Dish Outdoors. She sent me some fire steels as a gift. I'm so thankful to both of them. That's such a huge blessing to me. I'm going to take, now I have some spalted maple here. This is a half log of a spalted maple that Shlisa Shell sent me. I can't even pronounce your name correctly. I apologize. Anyway, I was going to use this, but it's a little bit small to me. I don't make small, tiny handles. I can make one, but I would need more than this anyway. So what I think I'll do is just cut some off of this portion of the log. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. That's beautiful. Anyway, I was thinking on cutting a section off of here. And then we will see, right, about making the striker handle set. The striker handle itself, I might use this at that point. We will see when we get there and cross that bridge. Anyway, so I'm going to cut a little section off of here so I can turn the handle. And I was also thinking of using some of my gray. It's called charcoal. So I was thinking on using the charcoal colored SpectraPly as accent lines. Not very much of it, just little areas. Find where I need to cut it to add some charcoal SpectraPly wood. Okay, here's the dark piece of the charcoal SpectraPly. Anyway, I would order something darker than this, but I cannot find any SpectraPly that is dyed darker than this charcoal. I would like to get some really dark, even black colored SpectraPly, but I can't find it anywhere. So anyway, I'm just going to go along with this. And it would go pretty well with the lines. So we'll do that. Let's see how it goes. What do you think? Aren't you excited? I am. I'm always excited when I go to doing a project. Now, so I'm going to go ahead and get started with it. And we'll go from there. I'll go ahead and cut a chunk, put it on the lathe, and once I mount it on the lathe, then we'll get started. How about that? And y'all can join me. That's right, join me. Let's go. Hoo-wee! Let's do this. Let's do this. This is fun stuff. Looks like there's a hole right there. The pith. So, let's do this. We'll be past that. This is some hard wood, I tell you. I'm not sure why Shlisa Shell, she told me I need to get some CA glue. And I had some for the first time. I never knew what that stuff was until Steve sent me some a while back. It was probably over 2 years ago. He sent me some and I used it and used it up. I tell you, I wish I had some more. That's some good stuff right there. You can't just buy it in the store anywhere. I can't go to Lowe's and find it. Anyway, this is very hard, so I'm not sure why she told me to get some CA glue for this. She must know something I don't know, right? She's a smart lady. Anyway, we're going to wood turn this as it is. No CA glue on there. It should be just fine. I've already used some spalted maple as it is, right? So, anyway, let's do this. All right. I'm excited. Okay, here we go.
Blinded by the light. lights, wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night.
Okay. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this because I want to make sure I do it right. First of all, I want to add the excess accent lines. I cannot say that today to save my life. Anyway, I want to add the accent lines. I don't have to. If worse comes to worse, I can always just still leave that out. And I also have to think about integrating the handle in there. So do I use another piece of wood or do I use this? So let's rough this out some and make sense of it so our brains can grasp about what's going on here, huh? This parts very well, and it's thinner. It's much thinner than what it was, and it's much thinner than this one here. So can you see? Let me touch my screen. Can you see the difference? Okay, I don't want to remove that much wood, so I don't like that thick one. It parts it right off. It's very nice and sharp. And see, I just took an old Harbor Freight tool, a cheap tool, and I just decided to just ground down the sides, make it thinner, so that I can go ahead and make that parting tool again. So I got something going, and a nice sturdy handle. Now, this metal is not the high-speed steel metal, okay? This is not that expensive metal that this bowl gouge is made of. This bowl gouge is high-speed steel. That to me is important. It lasts a lot longer. So, and it's harder for when it heats up cutting wood to wear out as fast. It keeps a sharp edge longer, faster. Faster. Anyway, so okay, what I'm gonna do, I need to turn my music off, I'm sorry. Plays all these random songs. I'm going to cut this off, and I am gonna go ahead and add some gray or charcoal colored SpectraPly before I shape. Let's see, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna cut this, no, I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna cut it off about right in here. And add the piece for the tip of where the fire steel is going to go. The fire steel is going to go on this end. As far as I know, it is. Now, it's not going to go in yet, but I need to go ahead and insert that piece. And then when I separate the piece for the tail end or the back end of the handle for the striker, I can insert another piece, I think. I don't know. I might make like some kind of short finial of some sort for the back side of the striker, and I might just use charcoal on that part.
Wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night, blinded by mister. Told me I got what it takes. She said I'll turn you one son into something strong. Play the song with the funky break. And go-kart Mozart was checking out the weather chart to see if it was safe outside. And little early birdie came by in his curly whirly and asked me if I needed a ride. Wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. She got down, but she never got tight. She's gonna make it to the night. She's gonna make it through the night. Another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, blinded by the light. Wrapped up like a douche, another runner in the night, in the dark with the monks of the eyes, listen pumps and way to his high. With a boulder on my shoulder, feeling kinda older, riding track, moving around. With his fiery please and sneezing and wheezing, wrapped up and be crashed to the ground. Now scarred with a slingshot, blindly found a 10 tight she's gonna make it through the night.
Right in here, I need a nice sharp skew. What do you think so far? This is still not right over there. I don't know why. It feels bouncy. That's just the weirdest thing to me. Alright, you know what? I wish I didn't add that piece now. It looks a little gaudy, but it's too late. It still looks good. Don't get me wrong. This is just such a beautiful design. I don't know what I was thinking. But anyway, regardless, we're going to go ahead and cut it off right here. I did come across some very soft chalky spots, and I decided to soak it in areas where it wasn't chalky necessarily, but I just wanted to be on the safe side, so I soaked it some. Anyway, what we're going to do, we need to put a hole in this, but before I do, let me shape it some. We're going to leave this tenon on here. Okay, so anyway, I have to get another piece of wood, and I have to make a tenon. I have to put it on the chuck. This will come off for now. This right here piece will stay on here for the tail end of this. I'm going to go ahead and put a hole in this for the little fire steel. And then I'll put a hole in this after I get this back on. Because what I'll do is I'll take, excuse me, I'm not saying things right. The striker. I'm going to get the striker in here. The fire steel's here. Duh, Linda. Okay. I'm going to insert this fire steel into a piece of wood, but I have to drill a hole in the piece of wood and put it in the piece of wood so I can put that piece of wood on here, and I'll insert this on here. Then we'll fix this up. After I've fixed this up and I have the fire steel on there, then I will insert it on here, and it will be going this way. This right here can go through this lathe. There's a hole in the back. It goes all the way through. So this will go through. Well, no, it won't. It won't fit through that. It's too small. Regardless, the piece of wood will act as the support part for holding this fire steel. It has to go this way. In the wood, and I'll have the handle out here, and then I'll be able to finish up the handle. Does that make sense? You'll see if it doesn't make sense. That's the best I know to do. Woohoo! Thanks to Shlisa. Look at there. Isn't that beautiful? All right, and it's high-speed steel. How awesome is that? How awesome. I got to figure out what size to put. And by the way, I want to put a finial on there on the end of the bottom of the handle. A short one, not long, not a regular finial like I use, like I put on when I'm making ornaments. Okay, finials come in all shapes and sizes. So when I say finial, I'm not talking about the traditional finial for a Christmas ornament. That would not be right. That would be awkward and would not be practical. So anyway, let me find a drill bit. I wonder if I got it deep enough. That might be too deep because I gotta be able to strike stuff with it. That'd be good. Oh, this is gonna be so cool though. This is something I've been wanting to do a long time. I saw Steve's Woodworking make one, and I thought, that is so beautiful. That is such a fantastic idea. I want to do that too, so I give him the credit for that. I'm stealing his idea. That's brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant. All right, let's see. I need to take this off. Let's just take it off on the chuck for now, and I'll be back, okay? I don't think I had it on, but what we'll do is I'll rough it. I'll not rough it out. I'm just gonna make a tenon so I can get it on the other chuck, so I can put it on the chuck, so that I can rough it out and round it off, and then I can put a hole in it for the fire steel to go in to serve as, I don't know what you would call it in wood turning, but I'm just gonna call it as a dummy. A dummy piece of wood. It's just going to serve the purpose of just holding the fire steel and the ferro rod and all in place, okay? That's all it's going to do. Alright, what do you think so far? Okay, let's make sure we get the right end on there, because this end should be at the ferro rod handle. I hope this doesn't get too stuck in there. Then I'm in a mess. right. Excuse me. Let's shape this to a beautiful short finial. What do you think? Alright guys, let's sand it up. There's a place there I need to put some dust. It looks like I cut that somehow. But I don't want to get it in that crack because this is the two that need to be able to come back apart. So I'm going to leave it alone for now. We'll just sand it up as it is. I have some glowing green paracord that I can drill a hole through here, and I probably should do it while it's still on the lathe. What do you think? It doesn't need to be a real big hole. All right, so I got my paracord or lanyard or whatever you want to call it. Okay, some of it got stained. I don't know what I got on there. It could have been anything. It's been 2.5, 3 years ago when I got this stuff. So anyway, it does glow in the dark. It's supposed to. I don't know what to do with that. Anyway, let's put a hole through it. I'm not putting the string in right now because it's going to be spinning on the lathe still. I got to sand it up. So I'm going to put a small hole in it to start off with. Make sure y'all see. Make sure y'all in the video, because sometimes you're not, and I apologize for that. Let's see. It might be good enough right there. Ooh, that cracked it. That's not good. Maybe I can take a chisel and a hammer and pop it off. Slightly nick right there and there. But that's okay because you know you're going to strike it with this anyway, right? This is a small thing. Gotta take off that paint, right? That's pretty cool. Now, it's not perfectly around unless I line it up where it's supposed to be. That's the only thing that's not good. Right there. But that's a good thing in a way because then it helps you to line it up where it's supposed to be. You can't just put the handle in anywhere you want. Well, you can. Isn't that beautiful? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I gotta move my finger out of the way. I'm gonna drill a hole in my finger. I don't like it when it does like this. So, that's pretty cool. Now, there's a little chip area right here because what happened is it was very powdery area. And it just came off of there. So now I know why Shlisa Shell said to use that CA glue. Can you see it? Right through here. So all I can do is fill it in with some dust if I can find any. And, you know, glue it in there. That's pretty cool. Because see, it lines up right here. Right there. It has to line up right there. That's perfect. Continues the pattern. How awesome is that? This is where I put some Loctite glue earlier, and it's a good thing because it looks like it was going to try to maybe powder up or something and come out. What's up, everybody? I'm back. How do you like it? Isn't that awesome? I love this. I love that. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I know I told y'all before. I really have. That is absolutely stunning. It's the wood. It's the spalted maple. The design in there, and it's just beautiful. Like I said before, I wish I didn't put that there because this handle part is so gorgeous. But we live and we learn, right? I mean, sometimes I make mistakes, and then I learn from my mistakes. It can either be a stepping stone or a stumbling block, right? So I choose to make it a stepping stone and just move forward. And just next time don't do that, right? So anyway, I love it. It's together, it's one piece. You don't have two separate pieces. Pull it out. Strike your ferro rod. I mean your fire steel, excuse me. Now this right here is convenient, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous, and I love the gray wood. It really goes well with the spalted maple with the dark areas. It goes perfectly with the color of it, actually, I think. So hold on a second. I'm gonna get a striker that I got. It's for sharpening pruning shears. I think that's what it's for. However, you can use it as a striker. This is my dragon's tail. It was one of the first ferro rod handles I ever made right here. In fact, I believe it was the first one because I didn't have a lathe yet. And so I found this beautiful piece, a dragon's tail. And it's cracked right there, but this has served me well. I've lit many a fires. This right here is a pruning shear sharpener. You can get them at Lowe's. Of course, you have to modify it. You have to cut off the other end and stuff. I had to use my grinder, and I put rope around it. I didn't know what else to do. I made this handle for this because I did have a lathe at that point. It's dirty. It's filthy. It's fat wood. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So let's scrape off some of this paint. How sharp. That right there will make some big sparks. Now where did you... Okay. It's right here. Does big sparks also. So it really doesn't matter. But this right here helped me to scrape it off better than that little thing right there. It just was not... You have to get past all that paint and stuff. Get straight to the fire steel itself. It's beautiful stuff. It got caught on there. Some hot stuff. I better be careful. I might light up something on my table, right? Yeah, that's some gorgeous stuff. We ought to do a burn. What do you think? That's right. This one's the old one. And it sets off some sparks very well because it's been used a lot. It's broken in. This one's not broken in yet. Not very well anyway. This is some fat wood. What do you think? You think I can do this? I don't know. It's been a while. I'm out of practice, to be honest with you. So, it's a beautiful day out here, but it is hot. Hot, hot, hot. My fat wood. My loblolly stump. That I had them put out here instead of them hauling it away. I said, I want it. I want it. I want to keep it. Make sure I have it on there. Okay, let's do this. There we go. There we go. It's lighting up. Now this is dried out some. I've had it in this bag for a little while, but it's lit up. It's not lit up as well as others because this is the dried out fat wood here. But that's okay. It's still lit up just the same, right? We got it. Keep it turning and burning, baby. That's right. Let's go. Let's do this. This is awesome stuff. Woo-hoo! Let's go. All right. I hope y'all are smiling and have a good day. I hope y'all are keeping it turning and burning. That's right, keep turning. Keep burning. Keep it hot. Keep it hot, baby. Hot. There it goes. Woohoo! That's beautiful work of art right there. I never get tired of that. All right, let's do the one on here. I forgot about it. I did that. I forgot, you know, this video is about what I just made. Let's get a little more fat wood over here. Man, that stuff is so dried out. It's not the best fat wood in the world. So dried out. It was over there. All right, we did it. Look at the hair. Beautiful stuff. Beautiful stuff. Keep it turning and burning, baby. That's right. Keep it hot. Oh, there's a hole right there. Why in the world is there a hole in my log? Oh no. I wonder if it was one of them stupid bees. Or maybe it's just rotting right there. Oh, that's so strange. Oh no, I don't like that. Oh, that's so strange to me. Why is there a hole down in here? Huh. I probably should have put something on there and smoothed it out, but that would be a lot of work. So it is what it is. Okay. I hope that you stay cool in this heat because it's already getting hot out here. It's hot. This is hot. Woo-wee! Anyway, see, it works just fine. Let's put it up. There we go. We got it. Ready to go. Beautiful handle. Woohoo! Beautiful. All right, y'all have a nice week, and we will see you next time. I'll get another video out soon. I don't know when. I got other things I have to do in life, and so I can't just sit there nonstop just doing videos and wood turning. I wish I could, but I can't. So, anyway, y'all have a nice week. Be safe out there. Smile. Have a wonderful week, and be happy and laugh. Let's have a good time. All right. And it's so wonderful to see you guys again. I can't wait. All right. Bye-bye.